Hey, wanna know what was that? I got you. Just imagine this. What if you mix Black Myth Wukong with its unique gameplay, Stellar Blade and its fast-paced combat, and then threw all of that into the world of Naraka Blade Point? Got that picture in your head? Well, you don't even need to imagine it, because a new game called Where Winds Meet just dropped. Made by the Chinese devs from Everstone Studio, and published by NetEase Games. These guys previously worked on projects like Destiny 2, the recent Frogpunk, and Blood Message, which is still in development. I'm pretty sure you've heard of at least one of those, and I can say with confidence, Where Winds Meet is blowing up the Steam charts for a reason. And yeah, it's free to play on Steam, so literally anyone can try it out. So if you're ready, let's get into it. I'm not immortal, поехали, блять. Where Winds Meet launched on November 14, 2025 on Windows and PlayStation 5. It's an action-adventure RPG, and in just a few weeks, it already has over 30,000 positive reviews on Steam. The game supports both solo and multiplayer. The game literally asks what kind of experience you want, focus on story alone, or play through it with friends. As I mentioned, it's completely free, but yeah, I won't lie, the system requirements are pretty high. Although, for 2025, it's pretty normal. I'll put the Steam minimum and recommended specs on screen, so you can check if your PC can handle it. If you rush through the main story, skipping side stuff, it will take you around 30-40 hours. But if you're the type who loves exploring every corner, expect 100+ hours. Hi to the Witcher from CD Projekt Red though. Alright, that was the general info. Now that we've covered the basics, let's finally jump into the game itself and see what's actually going on. The game starts off pretty intense. It throws you right into the action with almost no explanation. Let me break down what's going on. You start by controlling a swordsman named Ji Yang. Ji Yang is trying to escape from pursuers and runs straight into their leader. This whole part works as a prologue that introduces the combat mechanics. It's done extremely well, and from very first minutes you're pulled straight into the fight. And combat here is honestly insane. We will talk more about the mechanics a bit later, but this part of the prologue basically teaches you how to fight and pulls you into the game. I would say it really sets the right pace too. So after you beat the boss, you get a flashback scene where Ji Yang is training our future hero. Through that, the game shows how many fighting styles exist, and that our main character will learn them all. Basically, it hints that a huge open world full of secrets is waiting for us. That's where the prologue ends. Now, the main story. We'll get to that later. Next is character creation, and trust me, I've never seen customization like this anywhere else. You can go for a clean, elegant look, polished, beautiful outfits with zero dirt, or you can choose a gritty, realistic appearance, scars, worn out clothing, tired eyes. Personally, I'm into realism, so that's the option I went with. At first it looks like they're just presets, but that's not really true. You can see the presets on the screen right now. There really are a lot of options of presets, but don't give up just yet. Because once you open the face customization tab, you will probably spend a couple of hours creating 10 out of 10 Betty. I was playing Cyberpunk recently, and even that game doesn't have facial customization this detailed. And get this, you can upload your own selfie and the AI will recreate your face in-game. You can even upload your voice to use for your character. This is really insane how far games have come. There are also tons of accessories and outfits, thousands of mix and match options. And if you ever run out of imagination, there is an in-game workshop for you. You can upload your own designs here. For example, I really like this outfit and I'm planning to get it later. It looks clean and reminds me of the manga Hell's Paradise. It's a top tier. Alright, I think it's time to talk about combat, because who doesn't love a good fight? Remember that boss battle I showed at the beginning? Yeah, every fight in this game looks that flashy. Each boss has their own arena, personality and tons of visual effects. Not gonna lie, it feels like you're fighting straight in an anime, and you never get tired of it. At the start you get a bow, a spear and a sword. Pretty crazy to have 3 weapons right off the bat. But that's not all. The game also has whips, scythes, greatswords, dual blades and more. Each weapon has its own attacks that give the combat its signature style. You can honestly feel the developer put their soul into giving you this much variety. I'll show you a couple of clips in the video as an example. And these aren't even all the attack types this weapon can do. There are way more. Anyone can find something that fits their style. So yeah, tons of weapon variety and you can build your character however you want. Here you can see all the weapon types available in the game. Pretty many, right? I tried playing with a spear and even a greatsword, but in the end I ended up falling in love with twin blades. Fast, consistent DPS, smooth combos. I love their speed, and the effects are honestly a whole separate kind of art. No regrets about sticking with them at all. I highly recommend you to try them. I mean, just look at them, right? As you progress, you will find armor pieces, helmets, accessories. They don't change your appearance, but they boost your stats. Each one has its own unique stats, so it means that each artifact can boost your damage, your health, or your speed. And you can find them scattered around the world in chests, get them as drops from enemies, or earn them by completing quests. Weapons and equipment can be upgraded as you level up. For this you need special ore and some gold. That's how you increase your weapon's damage. The progression system is pretty deep. Your character gets stronger fast and you really feel it. There are plenty of skills and you unlock them as you level up. Some of them only become available once your overall character power gets high enough. You will also find technique scrolls scattered across the world. There are 8 of them and each one unlocks powerful new moves. Each scroll contains several different combat styles for each weapon type. You can find them in dungeons or by completing quests. You can always try out these scrolls before confirming your choice, so you can pick whatever you actually like without worrying about making a mistake. And now let's talk about the open world and what makes it so special. The open world is big and generally packed with stuff to do. You'll find outposts, puzzles, secret chests, dungeons, hidden bosses. Exploration rewards you with valuable materials used to upgrade your weapons, armor, artifacts and skills, plus cosmetics. Running around the world and exploring, it is in my opinion the core of the whole experience, even more than the awesome combat. There are tons of puzzles, hidden chests, a huge number of interesting side quests and an absolutely amazing main story. Everything feels polished and you can really tell. I enjoyed every second I spent in this world, with its gorgeous visuals and incredible level of detail. To make traveling around the world fast and convenient, the game gives you several ways to get around. Let me break them down for you. Across the map you will find special stones, and once you activate them you can fast travel to that spot. Surprisingly, there are actually a lot of these stones, perfect for those moments when you're too lazy to run across the whole map. It seriously saves a ton of time when you need to get somewhere specific. All I can really say is, God bless fast travel. There is also a unique fast travel skill where you launch yourself like a comet across half the map. And I'm not gonna lie, it looks really amazing and adds so much immersion into the game. I really like it. Let's talk about all the events and little situations that bring the world to life. The world itself is full of fun moments. Like, I walked into a random village and an NPC invited me to play a drinking dart throwing game. I won a pot as a reward and thought it was useless. I went on my way and a bit later an NPC ran up to me saying he recognized me. He asked if I was the one who won the pot. Then he offered to trade it for a treasure map. I didn't think twice and agreed, and he gave me a crappy drawing of some criminal. Dude scammed me and honestly, it was funny. At the very least, I definitely didn't expect something like that to happen in this game. Or when I saved a villager from a wolf, accidentally hit a goose and suddenly an entire Kung Fu Goose gang beat the shit out of me. NPCs also have relationship levels. You raise it by literally chatting with them, like typing real messages to their AI. It feels surprisingly immersive. I was honestly shocked when I saw that for the first time. I completely forgot that AI has gotten so advanced that it can actually be used like this in video games, and finding that was honestly sick. As a whole, the world feels alive, and there aren't many games in 2025 that can pull this off. The game takes place in 10th century China during the 5 Dynasties and 10 Kingdoms era, a time of constant wars, political chaos and shifting power. While warlords fight for land, Jinhu becomes a parallel world where orphans, hermits and outcasts can reshape their destiny through martial arts, virtue and courage. From imperial cities to remote mountain villages, from mysterious caves to luxurious palaces, each area portrays a different side of that era. The main story uses familiar heroic themes but connects them with universal human struggles, finding your purpose, dealing with heritage, and choosing between power and righteousness. But the real narrative depth is in the side quests. They're not just fetch and kill tasks, they focus on personal stories, emotional, character-driven moments. You might help the spirits of a fallen Buddhist community cross to the afterlife, aid the nobleman escaping an arranged marriage, defend the village from bandits while questioning the morality of vigilantism. The world is full of characters with dreams, flaws and motivations. Alright, let's wrap this up with the pros and cons. From what I've said so far, it might sound like the game is perfect, but yeah, there are a couple of things that could be better. Pros: incredible world building. Every corner of the map feels meaningful. NPCs feel alive and thanks to AI interactions. Side quests are engaging and emotional. Beautiful location designs, respect for Chinese culture and aesthetics, and of course, strong ARPG gameplay. But now, there is an elephant in the room, the gacha system. Yeah, the game straight up copies Genshin style gacha mechanics. Everywhere you look, pay money. Want the cool skin? Farm forever for a tiny chance to get it. Want the full set? Pay up. Tons of events, bundles, battle passes, almost everything is monetized. If it's free, it's probably not premium. It sucks, but that's the reality. Games like Genshin Impact, Zenless Zone Zero, and other big gachas taught companies that players will pay for everything. That's gonna be my personal opinion, but even with that issue, the game still looks great. And honestly, compared to Genshin, Whirlwind's meat look 1,000 times fresher for a free-to-play game. And that's it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, drop a comment, and feel free to ask questions. I'll reply when I can. Subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It helps a lot and supports me as a growing creator. Thank you for your time and take care.